You know, when I'm doing things, when I'm by myself, and I'm thinking, you know, that most of the time I'm thinking of the different ways I'm gonna go buck wild on you, damn devils, man. You know, we're gonna get medieval on your ass, man, and you ain't gonna breathe, man. You are not gonna breathe. Go ahead.
Psalms chapter 10, verse 3. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire.
Yeah, that's Esau. That's the so-called white man. Go ahead.
And blesseth the covetous whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked through the pride of his
right, and blesses the covetous whom the Lord abhorreth. Who are the covetous? This Edomite, this damn devil. Because when you see another man's land, and before you take that land, you covet that. It tells you in the scripture they covered fields. Matter of fact, get me that and hold that on deck. They covered fields, man. You know. So before the act of to covet something, that means you want it, and then when you want it, you do the action to taking it. All right, you got it, Doc? Yeah, I hit you. You know, hit you with a fastball, brother. That's all right.
Human rights organizations and ministries are.
And you know what? Can you find it, Doc? Just put cover. Just put cover, and it'll come up. And the keyword. You got it? Okay, Micah 2. Yeah. Well, that's we should know that. That's a key. That's a key scripture right there. That's 2 and 1. Start at the top.
Micah chapter 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity.
That's Esau. How'd you get to this country? You came over here. You came over here against persecution of the so-called the United Kingdom, England, the royalty of England, which at that time the man that sat on the throne, King George III, was an Israelite, a black man. Go ahead. Although if you try to look it up, you're going to see a bunch of crackers. Go ahead.
And work evil upon their beds.
Yeah, you lay back and you figure out how you're going to this big country like Enron company, Enron. You sat back and you said, you know what, we're gonna pull a fast one over everybody. Thousands of people are gonna lose their jobs, but we're gonna get that money. And you simple-minded, bird-brained Negroes, you got caught up in right in the midst of that bullshit, man. Go ahead.
It says, when the morning is light, they practice it.
Like, it's a damn shame. There's a series that come on called Gangland, right? And they show these jakes selling drugs and ripping people off. And then part of your mind says, well, that's all right. You know? At least the nigga's making some money. You know, if you want to prosper in this society, you got to do it illegally, man. Because they had this one cat saying, look, man, we were making so much when that crack cocaine thing came out. On an average day, we would make $2,000-$3,000, and that's on a slow day. So now you times that, what, $3,000 in 10 days, that's what, $30,000. You know? In a little bit more than a month, that's what? That's 30, that's 60, that's over $100,000. That's why all of a sudden out of nowhere, they can get them a damn Bentley, man. They can open up a fully equipped record studio, man. That's why all them niggas in the drug world, they got into the hip hop industry, man. That's why it's so drugs and hip hop is so tightly knit, because them guys bankroll them niggas in hip hop, man. They showed you that in the movie, the 50 Cent movie, which was a damn good movie, you know, and Get Rich or Die Trying with 50 Cent, and 50 Cent acted his ass off, you know, for the first movie. I got to give him credit because, you know, I give credit where credit is due, man. I've been watching the 24/7 series, right, and Floyd got into a thing with his father, you know, which he was wrong for doing. I don't give a damn what your father do. You got to respect your father, man. And then I think it was either the second or the third episode, they had them stacks of money. And then 50 said something to Floyd. He said, look, man, he said, look, you can't be doing that to your father, man. You know, he only wants to be a part of your success in this. You can't be doing that. And then Floyd he said, "You right. You told me that. You told me that too. You told me that a couple times." Well, that shows you that at least 50 have some type of decency to him. He ain't no nigga off the street, man. You know, some of them niggas in the hip hop world have some type of decency, man, and a lot of them are looking for truth too. They be watching the Israelites. They know about us. Yep. Yeah, Prodigy, he did a interview with Alex Jones, and basically he was saying how you got into the so-called knowledge, which you don't have no knowledge. You just has bits and pieces of information. Because if you grow up in New York and Brooklyn and Harlem, you're going to get bits and pieces of information. You might run into a couple of the meetings of the Moors. You know, you might run up into the old One West school. You might be a Muslim. You know, that this is like the Mecca of knowledge, but you get half truths, man. We have the full truth. Go ahead.
It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand."
And that's what they do, because they go to Wall Street or wherever they go, and they you know, the lights turn on, and you got the janitors and the cleaning ladies, and then when they come in, they'll get in there at 8:30, 9 o'clock, and that's when they put their ideas into play. And it's all wicked, this divisive. Go ahead.
It says they covet fields and take them by violence.
Right. So how did Esau know to get to this land? They came over here by way of ships, and when they encountered the Indians, they befriended the Indians because they needed help from the Indians, and they showed you that in this series called America, the Story of Us. You know, they showed that a couple of weeks ago on the History Channel. But they didn't give you the full truth. Now, after they befriended the Indians, the so-called Indians let their guards down. And what happened? Esau wound up totally destroying them and wound up putting them on reservations and taking their land. So you get mad at us and you call us a hate group. We're not a hate group. We're a reaction group, man. We're reacting to the wickedness that somebody takes your damn car. You gonna be happy about it? Somebody take your damn woman, and you see the dude. Are you gonna be? And you in love with the woman? You looking to kill that dude, man? Go ahead.
And they covered fields and take them by violence, and houses and
that's how you took this land, by the gun, by violence. The reason why you down there in the Middle East and Iraq, soon to go into Iran, you ain't going in there with daisies in your hand, man. You ain't going in there holding Bibles up. Yes, we come to bring you, or the United States Constitution talking about you're going to bring democracy. You know what you got in your hands? Them fucking killing weapons, man. Go ahead.
And houses and take them away. So they oppress a man and his house, even a man and his heritage. Therefore, thus saith the Lord.
Yeah, the fact that Israel doesn't know that they're Israel is because of you. Because you whipped it out of them. So you're going to have to pay. This is the time for you to pay. Earlier this morning, breaking news, there was these crackers out there in the Midwest at this plane show, and a fucking plane went straight down into the audience, and you can see crackers running. Now, I wasn't shocked. I wasn't upset. The hairs of my neck didn't go back. I was happy, man. I had a tear in my eye. You know what that tear was? That was a tear of joy. Go ahead.
I didn't get enough of them.
You didn't get right. The first thing I said, you didn't get only three. You only got 3 of them died? Fuck that, man. Go ahead.
Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil from which they shall not remove. Micah 3. I'm 2 and 3. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil from which you shall not remove your necks, neither shall you go heartily, for this time is evil. All right, back in Psalms 10 and 3. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blessed the covetous whom the Lord abhorreth. The wicked through the pride of his countenance will not seek after the Most High. The Most High is not in all his thoughts. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. He hath said in his heart, I shall not be moved, for I shall never be in adversity.
Look up the word puffeth in verse 5 of Psalms 10. That goes hand in hand with Daniel 7, more stout than his fellow.